Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about Huge, Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot. I forget the name of the pilot. I literally just watched it a couple of minutes ago. So, Huge was a show, came out back in 2010. Wow, talk about a long time ago. And it was on ABC Family. Now, this is just the first episode I'm gonna review. I might be able to do a rundown review if I'm able to watch in time because I just found out on Hulu they're getting rid of this show in 13 days. So yeah, I'm gonna try to watch like an episode a day just to pace myself out because I still got like a bunch of other stuff to watch and then review. It takes a long time. Gotta record the audio, then I gotta find pictures, and sometimes pictures are hard to find. And then I have to like Photoshop them, and I have to like put them through like the program, then I have to let it render, and then I have to let it upload, and it takes a long time. And plus, I've been trying not to upload that too much stuff because I'm trying to watch like a lot of stuff before like my Apple Plus and my Hulu expires very, very soon. And so the things I've been uploading lately is mostly because the templates have already been done. And I just got like the audio, so that was like really fast and stuff like that. But anyway, this show, came on ABC Family back in the day. I don't know why I didn't watch this show back in the day. I forget why I didn't, but I wanted to watch it because it had Gina Torres in it. Also, when I saw the trailers, the women on this show are like hot. And so like I just never had a chance like to watch it. But I did watch one episode back in the day. And then after that, next thing I know, the show just like disappeared and everything. It's ABC Family, so go figure. Like, things normally last like a season. And some things last a little bit longer. I know Shadowhunters only lasted like for 3. Young and Hungry, I forget how many seasons that lasted, but things don't really last that long on like ABC Family, which is now Freeform and everything. So, and if you ever go to like their app, the Freeform app, they barely have anything on there. Like older repeat shows, barely anything on there. Current shows, barely anything on there. So what the world is Freeform even still being around? It barely has anything on there. And one of the shows that they recently just had just got canceled. So I don't know how long that's gonna last. But Freeform is basically the sister network of ABC. And so this came back out in 2010, like I said. And what it does is, with the title, it's called Huge. And it's called that because it's a bunch of teenagers that go to weight loss camp, or as some people like to call it, fat camp. I really don't like using the F word that much. I just say big because, a lot of people get really upset when people say like the F word because people are bullies and stuff like that. I know there's this one actress who stars in a lot of stuff. She is big and she hates the F word. She's actually an advocate for big people, and she's always letting like her opinion fly on Twitter. Like, when there's a television show that says the F word, or a character or like a celebrity. There's some Love Blind show she just complained about because it didn't treat big people the way I think like she wanted to, because feelings hurt, man. Feelings hurt worse than a punch in the face. A punch in the face is gonna hurt in a while. Depending on how hard you get punched. If you get punched a little bit, then it's just gonna be like a little pain. You get punched really hard, boy, that pain gonna last a little while. But when you get told something verbally, it lasts for the rest of your life and it hurts. And I feel for people who are like heavier set because people are mean. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really, really mean. And there needs to be a lot of shows that make fun of people because of their weight. And Hollywood is always using big people as like punchlines. They're always written the same way as comedic relief, or always hungry, or just something. And I remember like Married with Children used to always make fun of big people and stuff. And so what this show is about, because I've only seen 2 episodes, but I don't remember what that one episode I watched a long time ago was, but I remember this one now. Basically, like I said, it's a bunch of kids who go to like weight loss camp, and they're dealing with their problems and their feelings. The show is interesting. The show is unique. I wish it would have got more seasons. There should be more shows like this that really shows the struggle of what it's like to be bigger and what they go through. And because it really is a struggle. There are those that love the way they look and want to stay the way they are, like this one character named Wilhelmina, who nickname is Will. She loves being big. She doesn't have a problem. She loves food. But then there are others on there who don't like being big and they really want to lose the weight, but it's so hard. Losing weight is so freaking hard. When I was growing up as a kid, I was like skinny. Then when I got a little bit towards middle school, I was a little bit bigger. Then I started getting skinny again. Then in high school, I was skinny. And then going into college, my first year, that was the only time I was skinny, like 118 pounds. Very skinny. I went to like the gym to like gain some like muscle. And the stupid like little people that worked there, man, were like laughing at me because I had like a really baggy shirt on and I was really skinny and I was trying to like lift these weights. I'm like, you punk. So I never went again until like my last year, many years later. And so like by that time I had gained some weight then. But I've stayed like a thick, kind of slim kind of weight until the pandemic hit. Now I've gained so much weight and I can't get it off. And food tastes yummy. And so I could feel for these people. My weight has always went like up and down and stuff, like so many other people. And now people are all about body positivity. I do wonder if this show were to exist today, how would people feel about this? Would they be angry or would they be excited? I remember when I can't talk. Insatiable came out. Patty was a big girl, lost weight, and then when she lost weight, she thought she was hot, and everybody started liking her, and that angered the big community. They tried to boycott this show and get it canceled so badly, but it didn't work. And so people take real issue to stuff like this. So I do wonder how this show would exist today, knowing that times are much different and people are more accepting of how they are. And then you have like reality shows where you try to like lose weight and stuff like that. Because, I've said this before, like back in those old Greek and Roman days, it was popular to be big. That meant like, you had money to eat, and being skinny was kind of like the grossest thing that a person can be back in those days. Now times have changed, and it's funny how that happens and stuff, And so like the drama on this show, even though there isn't much drama, when it does happen, it happens and it's basically just dialogue, and it's really fast in this first episode. And so, but you feel it, like you sit there and you start to like wonder what they go through and stuff. Like when the girls talk about like she's so hungry and she just want to eat. I know how that feels from like, working out and exercising and then being hungry and having those cravings. You can't help it. And then when you start seeing like TV commercials and shows and then have like food or somebody says something, it makes you want to eat. Or when your emotions get upset, you just want to eat. Which nowadays, commercials aren't like they used to be. You really don't see too many food commercials. Like, when the last time you ever saw like a double mint gum commercial, Like, you don't see that no more and stuff. And you don't see candy commercials no more. You see like a restaurant like Outback Steakhouse. That's about it, You don't see commercials like that no more. And it's because they're trying to get people more healthier. Now, it's kind of like, if you have health problems, then by all means lose weight, because the last thing you need is diabetes or like a bad heart or something like that, or cholesterol. But for the most time, like, big is beautiful. So it's like, if you're okay and comfortable how you are, then stay how you are. If you're not having any health problems, but then if you are and you want to change for whatever the better, and, then it is what it is. Ooh, I'm talking for 10 minutes. I barely talked about this show. I know David Hasselhoff's daughter is in this, and it's interesting because she's slim in this, but she's a little thick. And some of the other characters don't like her because of that, especially Wilhelmina. And, now I think Haley Hasselhoff is her name. She's now a model, and, she's still thick. Actually, she's bigger now than what she was on the show. And she actually was in Playboy, the first like big girl in like Playboy and stuff. And that was like the first time ever. That's like making history and stuff, And like a lot of the characters in this show, I did not know who they were back then, but I do now that they starred in other stuff. The acting is a little bit hit or miss, I will say. Because they had to find their groove and stuff. But I've seen them in other stuff and they're a lot better now. The camera work, cinematography. Now that's a little weird. When you watch this show, it don't feel like a show. It feels like a reality show in the way a reality show is filmed, except you don't get diary room sessions. But the way the camera moves around and bops around and shaky it feels like a reality show and stuff. This would probably been better if it was a documentary and stuff. No, what are them things called? Like Modern Family, The Office, and Parks and Rec, whatever that's called, like doc comedy or something like that. It should be like that, like I think that would have been like a lot better. I think the reason why this show got canceled is probably because of a couple of reasons. One, I don't think the ratings were that high, and ABC Family will cancel something if ratings aren't that high. Also, you know how a lot of people are skinny people. They don't want to see big people on TV. The world was so undiverse back then, but it's so diverse now. But you still don't really see too many big characters in like a main show. Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. And when they are, they're made like the butt of like a joke. And you really don't see shows like this no more, where it's like a huge like main cast and everything. And it's so weird. Like there should be more shows like this because when you do hear the struggles they're going through, this could really help people and understand why they do what they do and stuff. And then it would help skinnier people to make fun of them less and not make fun of them because of what they're going through. So this could have been a really good teaching lesson, I think. So basically, since I've been talking for 11 minutes, let's get actually into this show for real this time. So they're at weight loss camp, and Wilhelmina is your stereotypical rebel girl. Like, she doesn't like authority. She doesn't like being told what to do. She loves being big, but her parents don't want her to be big. And so she has that emotional weight on her and stuff. And she clashes with people right off the bat because of her rebelness. She even has the purple streaks in her hair and everything like that. And so, like, she classes with Miss Rand. Miss Rand is played by Gina Torres. She's like the doctor counselor type person. They clash automatically because Wilhelmina does not want to get down in her bathing suit because they have to take pictures of showing what their body actually looks like. So the counselors know how to like work with the individual person because everybody's body is different. Everybody's weight is different. People have curves in different places and cellular weight and all this other stuff and what they call rolls and stuff. So that's why they make them like get down and like, their bathing suit wear and stuff. She does not want to do that. She does not want to be there, period. But, she's mad at her parents because they forced her to go there. But in a way, she decides, okay, I'm going to like act out. And then she starts like doing like a strip tease down in her bathing suit. The other campers are loving it, but Miss Rand and the adults are not. And so she clashes I can't talk. She clashes automatically with that of Amber, played by Haley Hasselhoff and everything. Because Amber, because the other girls that are like best friends, Poppy and Chloe, they're just kind of like, why are you even here? You're not even that big. You're kind of like skinny and everything, which she kind of is. She's like slim, thick and everything. But she still has weight issues. She still wants to lose like weight. She still thinks she's like big, even though she is the smallest person like there. And so like because of that, Wilhelmina just automatically doesn't like her, and she's a little preppy and stuff. But Wilhelmina does become friends with Becca. Now, what's interesting about this episode, it reminds me of that weight loss episode in South Park when Cartman was forced to go to a weight loss camp. A lot of things happen in this episode that happened in that South Park episode. Wilhelmina doesn't want to be there. Wilhelmina also sells food on the side, cookies and candy and stuff like that. Basically, she has her own little black market. She has food stashed everywhere inside the camp dorms. even outside dug in holes and stuff, which will probably cause wild animals to come by. And she's selling it to the campers and everything. And one of the people she's selling it to is Poppy. And so she got her own little business, but she's not following the rules. So it's kind of like, there's going to be problems with that. Well, there's some dude who likes her and he made her a mixtape. I forget his name. Um, I don't know. But he wears glasses. He was in Scorpion on CBS. And so they have to do kind of like this exercise obstacle course. And so since Amber and Wilhelmina aren't really clashing and everything, Wilhelmina decides to be a little butthead, and she decides to put Amber's shorts in the dryer, making them shorter and everything. It's always best to let them hang dry, especially jeans. Jeans, I learned the lesson in college from this one girl. She said she's had jeans for over 20 years and they look brand new. Why? She never put them in the dryer. So I started doing that, and bam, my jeans still look amazing. But I can't fit them anymore because of the stupid pandemic. I'm pissed. I bought brand new pants in February of 2019 and I can't even fit in them. I'm not kidding. So while doing the obstacle course, she has to climb the wall, but she's having a hard time, Amber is. So the camp counselor, George, is helping her. But George gets a little too handy. He's grabbing her on the thighs. He takes a big grab on her butt and just shoves her up there. But she rips her shorts and you see her underwear. She is embarrassed and that girl takes off running. George tracks her down. And so when George tracks her down, he's talking to her and they have a bonding moment. And he tells her, I understand like things you go through because, I'm deaf in one ear. And one time one person made fun of me because of that. They almost kiss, but they're not supposed to because she is a camper, he is a counselor, and I think he's an adult. So gross. Why does this always happen in teen dramas? I hate that. But he gives her his sweater to wrap around her butt so her underwear won't show. And she likes that. It's like a little romantic bond, which is gross if he's an adult. Now, early in the episode, another guy was flirting with her. They was all watching TV in like the den type area. The boys were being buttheads and then let the girls watch what they wanted to, but the other girls came in and flirted and got the remote control away from them. One dude who's black, I don't know who he is. I don't even know if he's a main character or not so far. He's like, you can sit right here, patting on his lap. And she likes that. She likes getting hit on and everything like that. And so she sits in his lap. I'm just kind of like, man, that was fast. That's what some moves right there. All he had to do was tap his like lap and everything. So it makes me wonder, is it going to be like a love triangle or not? I don't know. I have to find out when I watch other episodes. Well, anyways, Wilhelmina gets called into Miss Rand's office and she is in trouble. Somebody ratted her out. And about the food, she don't know who. And I think she suspects it was Amber. So that's why she did what she did to Amber. And so her and Miss Rand are just clashing. She tells her she don't want to be there. She's happy, blah, blah, blah. Well, some sad news has happened. Somebody ratted Poppy out. Apparently, Poppy, one of the girls there, was caught throwing up. And so Becca, who is friends with Wilhelmina, is mad about this, wants to know who ratted her friend out. And, oh, no, not her. The other girl, Chloe's pissed. And Amber's kind of like, Amber, crap. Becca's like, I just watched this show, so I'm trying to remember everybody's name. So Becca, the black girl, she's all like, everybody could tell she was doing it, because of the way she looked and everything like that. So like, oh, so you did rat her out. And so they're just going back and forth. And then Amber starts to blame Wilhelmina, talking about this is all your fault. You're the one who brought food to like camp and you're not supposed to, and all this other crap. And so it's a big mess. So Wilhelmina decides, you know what, I just can't take this no more, and I am gonna run away, which is also what Cartman did. And so she runs and she hightails on out of there. I don't know how far she went, but she ends up in the diner. And she orders a chocolate milkshake and fries. When she sits down, I knew this was going to happen. In comes Miss Rand. But Miss Rand ain't there for her. Miss Rand went to go meet her father. And so, like, apparently her and her father are having problems and everything. Don't know what, but he doesn't want to talk to Miss Rand. So, next thing you know, the waitress is like, honey, you still want your french fries and shake? And so this rats out Wilhelmina, and Miss Rand turns around. And so she's like, yeah, she'll eat it and everything because she's no longer a camper. So they talk a little bit about, the problems that, like, Wilhelmina are having, and talking about how she likes herself and all this other crap. But Miss Rand is able to convince her to come back and tell her, your parents aren't going to be able to put you in a different camp. So you're kind of stuck here and everything. And so, like, her and Miss Rand bond when they go back to camp because Miss Rand showed her something she carved in the wood. Because Miss Rand used to be heavier set back in the day, and she went to this camp to lose weight. Anyways, we find out who the snitches are. Becca is the one who ratted out Wilhelmina about the whole food thing because because Becca's upset because she's all like, she tells Amber, we're not supposed to have food here, and it's so hard not to think about food and want to eat food, and Wilhelmina's making it like so much harder and stuff, and she's all like, I just really want to lose the weight. And you really gotta feel for her and everything, like she really wants to like lose it, And then Amber confessed that she's the one who ratted out Poppy and everything because she was concerned about Poppy. Poppy got kicked out. They're a little concerned because they're like, why didn't she just talk to a counselor? But they say, throwing up is like a really serious thing and she needs better help. Now, I don't know if Poppy shows back up or not. So anyways, they promised not to tell like nobody what they did. So towards the end, when everybody's supposed to sleep, Wilhelmina and Amber start to kind of like get along and bond a little bit. And Wilhelmina tells her, it's so hard. I just want to like eat so bad. And, and this toothpick that I got in my mouth really makes me want to like eat some food and stuff like that. And, and they are bonding over like their struggles. And I like that. I like that drama. And this is why this show should have lasted longer than what it did. I really think this would have been an eye-opener and a self-awareness to like people who are struggling with weight, people who make fun of them also, So it's sad that this show got canceled after one season. And it is actually on DVD. On Amazon. It's hard to find. Like if you type it in the search engine, it's not going to come up. I only found out because I was looking for pictures of this show. But it is on Hulu for 12 more days after this recording, and it's on Apple Plus, but it'd pay $1.99 per episode for it. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.